There with 10 a game, shaking by
James' first shot
now to get on the books.
Richardson caught on a screen. Oh, beautiful feed.
Orchestrate, hasn't looked to score.
James on the drive this time. Back shot is good. James now perhaps looking for a shot. He's become a better three-point shooter.
James is shooting this one. He's not giving this one up.
Nice shot, LeBron James. Quiet all night.
And they've been doing a good job keeping the Knicks out of the paint.
Terrible pass by Marbury, and James finishes it down the other. Brought in his energy players, Robinson, Lee, and Balkman. James from way downtown. Points, you can imagine. Puts up another three and knocks it down. James back to Marshall. Marshall inside. Robinson on the drive, lost it. Forced the action. Here's a 2-on-1. Snow back to LeBron James and a foul.
They'd have been thriving off the dribble. Right there, the strip. Ill-advised foul by Crawford. If you're going to foul it, make.
This is ferocious.
That is not great transition defense. But the Cavaliers came out.
LeBron was fouled on the arm. Split it home. That was sick.
Can you believe that?
You got to wrap him up. This is the one I like. He goes from his right side to his left side. He's always doing something spectacular. Normally he shoots that right-handed floater, but this one here, I mean, this was worth a second look, a third look actually, and that's a complete back to the basket. Up over the head.
Who were wondering at home, and not one of the great Cleveland teams of all time. They did manage to win 35 games.
I could eat, and I would still lose weight.
Here is James, got Diawara in the air, count it with one for LeBron. So James comes
In the history of sports media, John.
Oh, James goes baseline.
Up here for Camby on that switch.
Yeah. It's
Really going to get in shape, make him get in shape. The only way you're going to make him get in shape is throw him the basketball.
Nice look. LeBron James
just went 6-4 in January. Remember, they had 4 road wins the first 2 months of the season combined as LeBron gets the bucket to go.
But this 6 minutes left in the third quarter. Here's LeBron James, who has looked much better in the
Huge. There's 2 free throws missed there by Udonis.
All right, final seconds. Here is James, and gets the hop. And that's a three-pointer.
Consistency. You know, one thing about this Laker team is here's LeBron on that strong drive. They maybe get some more early offense without compromising their defense. And LeBron there with great speed running that outside lane. Look at LeBron. Wow. That is just strength and power. And you better get him stopped early. Once he gets the speed up, he's so powerful, bodies will just bounce right off him.
And here's a 3 by Ant Dunn to the Laker defense.
Well, it's compromised it badly. They're struggling defensively.
They're looking drive inside. And since 2:17 left in the first quarter, Jean picked up his third foul. He just knocked that pass away to LeBron. And Radmanovic, and there he goes. The athlete that he is. Snow, another rebound by Verjao. He's collected 7. Look at LeBron into Odom down the lane. And 26 with 8 authored here on the third steal. And you can buckle up for James.
This is going to be real interesting in the fourth.
Kobe and LeBron. Oh, what a shot by LeBron James. Since 2:17 left in the third. That's intercepted by LeBron.
It's not going to be an easy chore.
You're going to see Miami next. Oh, here he comes, flying off the side. LeBron James
Shows up. Number 5, Hornets and Cavs. You know what's coming.
fighting and throwing it down.
I mean, even the Hornets knew it was coming and couldn't do anything about it.
Cleveland has to have guys who can make shots around LeBron. And you see from Gibson's numbers, that's
From Dallas, Texas, first of the TNT doubleheader. James accelerates and put it down. Love point explosion against the Mavs in Cleveland last March, the last time these two clubs met. Here's James going blind.
incredible scene, and Cuban deserves so much credit for what's happened here.
Well, this is a Dallas team that started the year at 21 of 36 from the field.
So much for that vaunted Cleveland defense. I mean, that's what they're built on, is LeBron. How much they can do tonight against Dallas.
Oh, Howard changed his mind. He was going to shoot the 3. Here's James spinning his way on Howard. Mavericks up by 10 as we approach 2 minutes to play in this first half. And LeBron at the point forward. That not the case here tonight. James, yes.
You know, you say, hey, you guys aren't really that bad. You're pretty good, but When you're this good, you can say whatever you want as a coach.
Oh, here's James. Yes. James with a look away. Beautiful pass.
He's going to get up in the air. Now, this is something you don't really teach kids at home. Once you get up in the air.
James off the hesitation dribble. Look out. Pavlovich to James.
Best in the league at just hitting timely clutch shots. He loves the big one.
James with a step back from
attempt here in the fourth quarter.
And when they go to the line, they don't hit. 6 of 11 at the line, and that will count and the foul.
Gone away from Eric Snow and Damon Jones more in the point guard. They put Larry Hughes there, and LeBron James would go.
And Minnesota drops to 5 of 11 from the feed. LeBron James. James on the perimeter. Trying to get Marco to commit. Steps back and puts it through.
Look for that thing to come down.
LeBron directing traffic, very vocal. He'll take it himself and make it.
James, when he was a 9th grader.
I'm sorry.
They start scouting kids so early now. I mean, they just think that he's one of those forgotten about entities that could be a real asset.
LeBron James with the steal, takes it all the way and smashes it home. James continues to survey. Shot clock winding down to 2. LeBron lets it fly and hits it.
And James will handle it. On a crossover. Good night. LeBron James gliding to the hoop. Way. Stevenson heads up play up the floor. He's got Sangaila. And blocked. LeBron James came out of nowhere.
Screen by Augustus for James. He's on him. LeBron. And he's got 24. Now Jamison is on James. Another switch for LeBron. Another defender he has seen. And does the same thing. Just right to half court and struggle. It's clear for James. 4 seconds on the shot clock. James into Hayes. James will throw to Augustus, who hits that little
Jason kid seeing you and delivering a pass. James off the window as LeBron. Difficulty beyond the 15-foot marker. That gets LeBron's attention. As the Nets arrive in the conference semifinals for the 5th time in 6 years. Back it out, set it up. LeBron sees not bar and fires. We're going to give you the shot again. We're going to feed you. We trust you. On this end, it's James. LeBron the defensive board. James off the Hughes screen to the basket. Yes. Beautiful play.
double. Shot clock at 10. And LeBron has started 2 of 2.
You know, he did.
LeBron has started 2 of 3 in the kid. And boom.
Good things happen for New Jersey.
There's a Varejao screen for James. Inside to Anderson Varejao.
A lot of options rather than get caught down on one side of the floor. I mean, look at him work inside. They have not been able to stop that when he's gotten in the middle of all 5 wide open.
They called it a 2-point shot. It was a 2-point shot by Nakbar. There's a Gibson 3 on the other end, and he was... Jefferson and Kidd each have 14 points. James is more dropped off. Jefferson was slow. It's a 2. Pavlovich is on Kidd. Oh, knocked away by LeBron James. And buckle up. Is out. Etri Marshall replaced. James finds a crack and slashes. Oh, what a play by LeBron James.
Boy, he beats that.
And James over Kidd for 3. LeBron James puts in a... James, a Varejao screen. James to Hughes for 3. Oh, big hit. Jefferson and James. Oh, what a play by LeBron James. 2, guarded by Jefferson. Beautiful. Inside to Cook. What a pass by LeBron. That was on James. There's Collins and back at Jefferson. LeBron over Moore.
And right deflects it away. Here is James. And the basket counts in a foul. What a play by LeBron James.
He's going left, but shoots back right. That's just hang time.
Boone misses the lay-in. Came close to traveling down low. And on the break, LeBron James with a spectacular lay-in. And here is LeBron.
And he hits the shot. LeBron James outplaying them and really throughout this game. LeBron James hitting the jumper. So James only his third field goal. And LeBron with the ball against Kidd goes up and gets the field goal. So now lead is
to single digits. It's a deficit that's workable.
Here's Hughes and a three for Larry Hughes, who has been really having his
second chance opportunity. James assessing, attacks inside, and gets his first field goal. Now that was a very yeah, I like this. He put him down on the post. He's so difficult to guard down there. No one guy is blocked by Hughes, met by Varja. Like that's the third pass in that area and no score. James, count it, and a foul. LeBron James has taken over 2 minutes without a field goal, and every set of eyes with the Nets uniform on LeBron. Marshall got it, and Lawrence Frank has to take a timeout. He's going to have to get Jason in. Mark, here's James. A two, and he finally gets on the board with a field goal to the. LeBron attack, fade, fire, and fill it up. LeBron James in this game is making it happen at both ends. Step back, in your face, see you in the Eastern Conference Finals.
3-point shots. James picked up by McDyess. Here's LeBron with his first field goal. Down to 3, 2, Prince rejected against Milwaukee. Here's James getting the shot off and banks it home. Underway. See the double on James. Wallace comes over to help, and it leads to this. Varja on a beautiful. And he takes to the rim. Jason Maxiell played very well the other day, just 13 minutes. Oh, it's LeBron James sending it. Prince all over James. Here's LeBron faking a pass and scores. Proclaimed best shooter.
Marv, if he hits a couple tonight, it will be back in full force.
LeBron James. Nice play by Hughes off the steal. Here's James with Hamilton back. And he'll get the call on the continuation. And here comes LeBron James. And puts it down. Oh, what a move by James. There was no. Pavlovich can't find the shot. Down to 2, down to 1. James got it away. And James met by Maxiell. Here's James. They close the middle for James, but a beautiful pass to Pavlovich. Passing on the open shot. And taking to the rim. Whoa! Yes! And the foul!
This is big time. This is as good as it gets right there. Pressure situation, down 2-0 in a series. Your team is so desperate to try to climb back into this. And
shot clock down to 6. James, yes. Shot clock to 5. James to the step back 3. Yes. Down to 5 on the 24. Here's James and hits. A huge shot. James with the step. Oh! The extension by LeBron.
I don't think they knew what they were doing.
Well, I think LeBron James knew what he was doing. Ball knocked away. 2-on-1. Gibson. And looks to set up against Prince. See Maxiell coming over to help. Here's the shot by James. Facing up on Prince. And here comes LeBron. Behind the back to Marshall. Yes!
LeBron to Marshall. You see so much help coming over, and Marshall just making himself available down on that Weber.
Detroit up by 3. Here's James. Yes. He's up front with Gooden and Pavlovich. James, beautiful move. Yes. And the foul. Play in the 4th. James with the fadeaway. Yes. Oh, come on. Making his way. Hamilton coming over to help. Here's the fade. LeBron James. We're approaching 3 minutes to go in this first half. Here's James. And the Cavaliers have an opportunity to reclaim the lead. Brent's doing a good job on James. Off the head fake. Here's LeBron. For the Pistons, 8 of the 10 scored by Hamilton. James to the crossover.
This is which slid Pavlovich over to Hamilton. I think he felt he had to get size on it.
Oh, LeBron James dribble. Back seal defending on James. LeBron with the step back stuffs. 89-88. Down to 10. James with the step. And the game is tied at 91 with 9.5 to shot clock to 5. James has to fire. And Brent's defending on James. Goes to the step back. And the 6. Goes behind the back.
Not exactly his specialty. Much prefers to go left.
James the 3. Yes! The game is tied. 107.
This is unbelievable.
The last 25 seconds. 4, 3, James. The Cavaliers lead 109. Foul. Picked off by James.
Never really felt comfortable with the outside stroke.
There's James on the drive. It counts. And the foul. 73-67. Off the steal, James with the bucket and a foul to add to that.
Parker and Duncan each with 16. James to the basket, inside, banks it in, and there's his first. Here's the help. James fires away, knocks down the 3, just his third basket. James will try another 3. Does it again. Back-to-back threes for LeBron James.
Good defense gets a second shot opportunity and an easy lane.
Nice pass. James to Varejao. You think, okay, maybe they got a shot. Parker. Blocked by James. James to the basket. Up and under. And draws the foul. Counted.
Year after year into what is now a dynasty.
James gets inside and lays it in.
And I like Greg Popovich keeping Bowen in there on James to make it tough as James crosses.
A big bit of gratitude to Captain Greg and all the soldiers as LeBron James. James on the drive at Duncan, banks it in, and a foul. LeBron James does it again. James drives, gets inside, kicks it out. Gibson for 3. It's good. Daniel Gibson. 4-point advantage. Duncan blocked by James.
Duncan is grabbing him, pushing him. Come on, Jeff, you're better than this.
James is better than that. It's 5.5 minutes in the third. The score in the third is 4-4. James, the runner, gets it to go. James looking for an opening. Drives to the basket. Gets inside. Count it. And a foul. James. Inside to Snow. Back to James. Left-handed puts it in. Terrific adjustment.
And I would foul. San Antonio historically does not.
James goes hard to the glass and banks it in with 6.3 remaining.
Have to have something to show for it. They cannot climb back into the ball game and be lead.
James not another.
But you need to let the emotions go aside. Wait 24 hours.
Oh, James on the slam. James to the basket, inside, puts it in.
Making the plays on both ends of the floor.
James a 3, puts it in.
They've been in the hunt every single year.
James inside, banks it in. 76p. James fires up a 3, and he puts it in.